Hey y'all, how's it going? Coming back from Louisiana this last trip, I brought back a couple of projects with me, and it's stuff that I've had for a long time. And so I'm starting to focus on like doing a lot of this little stuff while I'm in between working on larger projects, which is a lot of fun. First, come back with this Wilton that I'm stripping some of the paint off right now. My buddy Paul Horn. I'm gonna paint it for him. He doesn't know anything that I'm doing about it. It's gonna turn out super cool. And this was his dad's, and it's gonna be cool. He's gonna put it back into service and use it, and you know that's the stuff that I like. Brought back this Klein bag, which I'm going to do a little thing about opening it up. This is one that I had, probably have had it since the 80s. And I'm stoked to clean it up and that I was able to get it. And then another day I'll show you my other toolbox down here that was the first toolbox that I ever bought. It was a Craftsman one. And what I did with that is I had all my tools to work on my MG that I drove all through high school. My dad bought that car new for my mom. Still have it. It's in storage at Nobody Customs. And then this little bag is what I kept in it to keep tools to work on it. And anyone who's had a British car or anything like that knows that you need those. So this plow. Now the story is that my Papaw, the day that he married my grandmother up in Texarkana, Texas, that he was out plowing with this very plow. And that his brother come and got him. It is made by the G.A. Kelly plow company. It's the #1 Boss. And it's kind of hard to see, but there's also a forging of Texas in there. So I'm going to try to get that cleaned up. What is left with the wood, got a little stuff I'm going to soak it in. So I'll do some stories with doing this. But I'm super stoked to have this. Something that's been in my family that long. The research for G.A. Kelly, he was from Natchitoches, Louisiana. Moved over to Jefferson, Texas, and their shop was in about 4 miles east of there, I think, around the Marshall area, and they actually moved to Longview. Place has a rich history. They did tons and tons of stuff since the early 1800s, mostly plows, cast iron stoves, some other stuff like that. So I'm stoked to have this. Once I get it finished, it's going to go on our mantle. Our mantle, not our mantle. It's going to be too heavy for the mantle. The hearth. I sometimes get hearth and mantle confused, but it's definitely not going on the mantle. It's going to go on the hearth. So anyway, can't wait to show y'all what I'm doing with this stuff. Paul's is the #1 project right now that we're going to get that going. So just want to give y'all some updates. Thank y'all.